Hey everyone! We're continuing our walkthrough now of SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom 15-minute version. This is part 39. Actually, I'm going to name this part 39, the hated number part of our SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom 15-minute version walkthrough. Because you could tell why I said the hated number part is because both of the numbers that I hate is contained in this number part that we are in the walkthrough. So, in the last part, we continued on with the Trench of Advanced Darkness, and we got the last sock and the last pieces of artwork in the last video too. So, you could tell, collecting-wise, we have everything sock-wise and artwork-wise. And you could tell both of the numbers, both in the numerator and the denominator, are A, full, and B, the opposites of each other. Because remember when I told you in the beginning of the rock bottom videos that the number of the pieces of the artwork is just upside down of the number of socks there are in this place? That's the same as what we have collected in this place, sock-wise, and the number of pieces of artwork we have collecting-wise. You realize that? And yeah, we're right now on the platform as Sandy. We're right now on the platform we opened from the big laser from doing the laser challenge. So we'll continue now. See, because this platform I'm standing on is the platform that the big laser hit, and we're right now on top of it. Or ending-wise for the video, we're on top of it. So now I'm going to try an experiment. I'm going to see if, with using fodders, I kill the Sleepy Sneak like so. So now I'll come over here to get a checkpoint and 3 red shiny objects, and you could tell we're exactly at 11,400. And now I'm destroying a Duplicatron. And now see, also in this case, the robots get destroyed when you defeat the Duplicatron. So now you could tell I'm going over to this platform with the yellow shiny object, and now I'll get this BonBot and this Chuck. And you could tell before that I got a pair of underwear. So now you can tell I'm going to get a yellow shiny object and a few reds. And now I'm going to open the teleport box. So now let's see if with Sandy we can reach up to where this tiki that's moving is. Because you see the 50 for this place is up there. Because do you see it on the screen? The 50 for this place is up there. And you have to use this floating tiki that's going to get it. Now see, you could tell we're right on top of it. And now see, I'm just going to collect it now.
Someone better make good use of all these.
So now see, we're coming down to get the spatula. So we actually did it with Sandy, and I'm surprised. Because I thought because of Sandy, because of the spatula being like right at the edge where you see the green shiny object is in the Sleepy Sneak range, that you'll be that we wouldn't be able to get it. But I was actually wrong, so it's actually good we got that one. So now you could tell we have the requirement for Sand Mountain for the next place, which is Sand Mountain, which will open in just a couple minutes. But before that, I'm going to show you where you get to after you finish up the Trench of Advanced Darkness. Because see, it's doing the gate because it's saying pull the R trigger to go to downtown Rock Bottom. So that can prove to you that it leads back to the first place, which is downtown Rock Bottom, the first part of the place. And now you could tell, you see standing wise where we are? We're right before the spatula named Slip Sliding Away. But we did that opening wise in the first part of Rock Bottom. So we don't have to worry about us doing that now. But standing-wise for the Trench of Advanced Darkness, did you see where we were standing for about like 15 seconds? You could tell you'll have to go south and then talk with Mr. Krabs, because it leads you to this spatula where you saw me push the button for and did it slide-wise in the more likely towards the beginning parts of Rock Bottom. I don't know which part exactly. Tell me that as a comment on this video, because I don't remember. So now you could tell, because we have everything all around this part, now we'll do this teleportation. Now see, from there it just leads you back to the beginning of Rock Bottom. So now we'll talk with Mrs. Puff as Sandy.
Hello there, Sandy.
So now, because we did that, wait. Oh right, I remember what that question mark is. It's that museum one. So that's the, you know, because name-wise it's plundering robots in the museum. And remember, we decided to not get it. So that's why you see the question mark is still there. And also, because we used Sandy in the Rock Bottom Museum, because remember, I told you that she's a better character to use because of A, the monsoons, B, the lasers, like, able to hit the buttons more likely, and C, just like a better character to use in the place, and D, if I didn't tell you, as A, because of the lamps and the moving, she's a better character to use to get across to them. So yeah, now we'll go to return the museum's art, teleportation-wise, to open the spatula, to leave the spatula by Mrs. Puff, because you could tell we have all the pieces artwork-wise.
Last piece of artwork accounted for, Mrs. Puff.
See?
I left no strange, glowing stone unturned.
So right after where SpongeBob said, last piece of artwork accounted for, Mrs. Puff, what do you think what do you think that statement that SpongeBob said after that means? Tell me that as a comment on this video. Because I don't know what it means. In the context of A, how he's saying it, and B, in general, what the saying means.
Well now, nice work, SpongeBob. The museum will finally be able to reopen, and here's your reward.
See, we're just going to leave the spatula by Mrs. Puff. So, now because we have the taxi nearby, we're just going to take the taxi back to Bikini Bottom. So this is the first taxi we take back to Bikini Bottom, most likely. And now you could tell that leads us back to here. And like I said, we have enough for Sand Mountain spatula-wise. So as soon as I get more shiny objects for the game to calculate, we'll make the game save after we do the bubbles. Remember, because after we do the bubbles, that's our method to prove to you when we can save the game. So see, we have 30 golden spatulas, so we can pay for Sand Mountain. Now see, in this case, the bubbles go away for Sand Mountain. So now I'll save my game. And now we'll go to Sand Mountain. Now, have you heard when we're in Bikini Bottom the music? Listen to this place's music.
Sand Mountain.
Does this seem familiar? So proving wise to you that Sand Mountain's music is the same as Bikini Bottom's music.
Squidward, am I glad you're here. I need to borrow your toothbrush again.
Do you understand place-wise for the music? The similarity? Because if so, you realize similarity-wise they have the same music.
What? You've used it before?
Oh yeah, lots of times. I figured if you didn't know, you wouldn't mind.
Fine. What do I care? I'm a wreck anyways. I try and get some exercise to relax from all this robot mess, and now everything is ruined.
Because of a toothbrush?
No, it's those blasted robots. They've taken over the ski slopes. How can I ski with those ugly things beating everyone up?
See, I did it just in time.
You gotta help me.
Dialogue box
I'm gonna
wise.
lose my marbles if I don't get some relaxation.
I found if you keep your marbles in a bag, they don't get lost as often. In fact, I've got mine right here, embroidered with this lovely...
So now you can tell where Squidward said, I'm gonna lose my marbles. That's where it starts to be funny. So what does embroidered mean? Tell me that as a comment on this video.
Forget the marbles! I got a better idea. If you get rid of the robots at the bottom of every slope for me, I'll give you one of those golden spatulas.
Now listen to this next part. This part's even more funny.
Well, I don't know. It's hard to beat the extreme fun of marbles.
Okay, I'll give you one for each slope you clear.
Now that's a deal!
Okay. So now you could tell. Oh, so you could tell sock-wise. Sock-wise, there's the amount to pay Patrick here. So I could prove to you that there's 10. And also, I forgot to tell you, spatula-wise, when we were still in rock bottom, getting the spatula named Across the Trench of Advanced Darkness, you could tell game-wise, we're now 3/10 done. So now we'll continue on with Sand Mountain. And you could tell the 50 for this place is just right here. Now do you see the doors have shiny... Do you see the doors have shiny objects over them? That's because for each of these slopes, you have to get tickets for them and they cost shiny objects. So now, and there's also a clam right above where I'm standing. Like up and to the, northwest of where I'm standing to get to, there's a clam northwest where I'm standing of 2,500 shiny objects, which we'll pay in just about a minute. So now I'll explode this to get a monster combo and destroy the Duplicatron. And now you could tell we're above 12,000 shiny objects. So actually, we're gonna come here and stop the part here, just exactly at our limit. So that because I thought for door wise and clam wise, we'd need to be. We could do that in the next video because that's a new part of it. So yeah, most likely in this video we finished up rock bottom for the amount of spatulas we need to collect, and also place wise, because remember when we got the spatula named Across the Trench of Advanced Darkness, that was the end of it, of rock bottom completely. And now you can tell we're also beginning Sand Mountain in this video. So, and we got a couple socks too. And collecting wise, there's nothing we need to collect here in Sand Mountain, because you don't see something we need to collect in the bottom left corner like you did with rock bottom with the pieces of artwork. So yeah, that'll end the hated number part 39, and I'll see you guys in part 40.